Hello friends and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be checking out Sergei Nozkov's The Train, or just Train. This is the same developer that brought us The Light, which was the very atmospheric and quite brilliant, actually, indie horror atmospheric style exploration game that you might remember from about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago that I covered. And it seemed to be a pretty popular video on the channel, I have to say, and enough to make people want to see the second half, and I went ahead and did that. So this is the other game that he's produced, another Unity game, and from what I'm told, a very interesting premise. We're going to be living out a person's entire life in the span of 1 hour. How that maps to our actual video, that I've yet to see, because I haven't actually tried this or seen anything about it, so this is going to be a totally blind one. If it turns out this is going to be, we're playing for the full hour, then maybe I'll have to break this up again like I did with the other one, but we shall see. So first, I want to mention, the game starts up completely in Russian, so if you don't know what to do about that, you would want to go to the second option, which kind of threw me off, because I usually expect settings to be like second to last and exit to be the bottom option. Regardless, so you go in there, and then on the right-hand side, you can actually see it's written in English instead of where it says Russian up above that. Oddly enough, there seems to be a few options missing here, and when you hit resolution every single time, it's got to re-render the whole frame, which is kind of annoying. I prefer to like hit accept and then pick the resolution, because this way you got to wait and then do it again and do it again and do it again. And then there doesn't seem to be a full screen or windowed option for whatever reason, which is a little odd. I also noticed the sound is kind of blaring out a little bit at times too, so I took an effort to try and make that not too loud. I should still be able to hear it pretty well, but it was sort of breaking up, like the gain was too high or something. I don't know if maybe that's just me or it's the actual game. Regardless, I don't know. Let's jump into things. I'm excited. Let's see how this goes. Alright, so right from the beginning, I can already tell we're in for another very highly atmospheric experience. There's actually a bunch of attention given to things that I don't usually even see attention given to, which one of them being the fact that in front of our eyes, there are actually like speckles and bits of just like dust and grime and things. That it leads me to believe that if it's not just a superficial effect, maybe we're wearing glasses and we're seeing life from outside, or from inside rather, those glasses, or perhaps a visor of some sort, like plastic in front of us, like maybe riot gear might look like. And then of course a very careful attention to shading. We see all of these walls seem to have a subtle reflection to them, just a little bit of something going on, unless that's just the effect that's created from me passing over. No, you know what? It's just the doors, isn't it? And maybe some of the metal trim. But it leads us to believe that just based on the fact that there's all of the speckles and stuff, like I just mentioned. Very bright light coming from above, and I'm sure you probably want me to jump into the actual game, but I just have to make all these observations. It's so cool looking. The light rays that are coming off of this are very impressive. Alright, so stop. K-R-A-N, stop cron. I'm not sure what that means, but I guess like a lever or something. Looking outside, we appear to be going by a kind of a bleak-looking countryside. We can actually see the parallaxing coming in stages, which is a lovely thing to see when you look outside of a train. Definitely aids in that belief that we're in somewhere somewhat tangible. You know, the ground is rushing by. Off in the distance, you see some foliage slowly passing, some foliage closer to you passing faster, and then off in the far distance, almost no parallaxing going on whatsoever, and that's just the speed with which things are moving horizontally. That's what I'm talking about. So let's maybe move out of this first room. What do you say? Sorry, so we'll open up this door, and we've got our train car here. Everything very, very contrasty, and it's certainly very gritty looking in a good way. I think it really does set a high level of ambience. We've got a paper here, which don't think we can interact with, but I want to note its presence. We've got a bit of baggage here sitting by itself unattended. I don't know if that's maybe this is my seat that I was at, and I chose to go in there for some reason. I'm not sure why I would do that. Was this got a fire extinguisher in the corner. I don't think I can use it. Definitely pretty beat up looking. Just like the rest of the environment here, and it looks like just solid wood for the walls, which is definitely a texture I'm not used to seeing in trains. Maybe it's like plastic overlaid on top of it that looks like wood grain. I don't know. Appears to be something up there that... Oh no, I thought that was a flashlight. It's just the wheels on that bit of baggage. And another paper I can't do anything with. I guess I should keep moving, huh? Looks like a couple of bottles of possibly alcoholic something or other, maybe vodka or something. It looks like vodka to me from the label, but I don't know. I can't really see it close up. Alright, another sort of similar environment. Whoa, what's that? Silhouette of a little girl pointing up. Definitely a little bit creepy. Some more bottles on the ground. The same bit of tagging again. A couple of those, actually. And we've got a blinking light in this one. I'm trying to just be careful to move a little bit slowly. I'm not sure if there's going to actually be any, like, serious horror stuff in this game, or if it'll just end up mostly atmospheric like the last one was, the light, I mean. Probably that'll be the case, but I don't know. This is my first time through. You know what would be really creepy is if there were just, like, some red eyes out this window that don't move with the parallaxing of the ground. That would certainly throw me off. Where is that? Oh. I saw the light blinking so strongly off the wall there. I was like, wow, that's a pretty wild reflection going on for a, a solid wooden surface anyway. Doors are blocked by chain. I can't break it, or can't broke it if I find something. I can broke it. Okay, well, there's a fire extinguisher missing there. I would think maybe that would be our clue. Checking to see if I have a flashlight, because that was one of those standard things that I missed last time when I was talking about the Unity game. I think that's just sort of like a default thing that a lot of them have that. And I forgot to hit F until I got to the second episode, and by then, well, didn't really need it as much. Your fire extinguisher appears to be missing now. This was a different train car, so it probably wasn't there to begin with, but I mean, it is missing on this particular train car. Maybe if I go all the way back, I can pick up that first one. Oh, wait, there's a chest over here, which I missed. Some stuff and a few instruments in the box. Alright, let's grab them. I don't know what that is. Look like maybe a lockpick or something? Lockpick, okay, I can use it. And what's the other thing? I can't see that at all. Alright, we don't need it anyway. Let's go check out this lock. So what I read is that the actual path of the game is determined by your decisions in the game, so I'm not sure where those decisions are going to take place, but that they might actually shape the ending, which I'm very curious about. Alright, we've disposed of the lock, we move on forward. Can't, like, go out this door, right? Just thought I'd make sure. And what is this down here? Another bit of baggage? Nope. Alright, let's keep going. Like, serious smoke and fog in here. And all of a sudden, the whole ambience of the train has changed. Oh, well, this is interesting. So if we move from this position to this position, watch outside. And then we move back down here. And then we move back over here. Alright, so that was probably supposed to happen fairly seamlessly. And you can see that it actually seems to color the whole train, right? Yep. Well, I guess it's just the outside ambience really more than anything. But when we move forward, we'll notice that, much, much brighter, happier environment. Certainly a bit off-putting, though, to be able to make it go from night to day over and over again, unless that is actually intentional, which I'm not sure yet. Okay, there's all sorts of weird stuff going on in this train car. We've got a little kid's bike here. Got a tricycle kind of bike, trike bike. I don't know what you call that. It's a training wheel bike, I guess. A bunch of toys of various types. I see a top, and I just saw a hand appear. Oh, it wants me to pick up this ball, apparently. Okay, I can pick up the ball. Can I, like, throw it around? I don't know what this ball has to do with anything. Maybe one of the decisions I could make is whether or not I interact with some of these objects. It's a pretty creepy little kid's doll there. Looks a little bit like a matryoshka, like a stacking doll, but I'm not sure. Oh, okay, I've looked at something and now the light's gone totally bright, and I guess we're going to have some memory recollection moments as we walk through the train. So maybe that is our... the crux of our gameplay is that as we move through the train, we're going to be reliving moments from our lifetime. A lovely family picture there, I guess. Looking at the perspective of my head versus this door handle, and obviously it leads me to believe that I'm a child in this case. Although I'm not sure the perspective carries properly, because that would make that chair extremely small, unless it's just, like, specifically a little kid's chair. I guess that could be the case. Can we touch these papers at all? Nope, doesn't seem that way. Okay, so there's the ball that we noticed from before. And we still got that glare going on the screen, and now we've got all these particulate bits floating around in the air, which certainly does lead the viewer to believe, or the gamer, the player, to believe that there is some volume to the space that we're moving around in. The fact that there is something behaving like that in the air. And it's a thing that I think is often neglected. Wait, did they go away? Oh, are they only visible when you're in the light like that? I think that might be the case, actually, yeah. So a thing that I think really does aid to give a sense of space better is when you see brilliant rays of light that sort of cast a lot of contrast on the environment, that you would see particles of, dust and stuff floating around inside. So whenever I see that, it certainly gives me a better sense of atmosphere. Okay, there's a television, we've got a desk lamp. Sort of trying to draw some sort of a conclusion as to what time we might be in. Really can't open that. Can I touch this? Nope. Probably just supposed to play with this bike or something. Oh, there is an X on the desk. I wonder if that has to do with anything. Child's happy is a parts of a few surprises. Ice cream in the hot summer day. Present under Christmas tree and New Year, but nothing of this can substitute mother's and father's love. Alright, well, a bit transparent there, but that's understandable. And again, this is one of those cases where, like, I don't begrudge the developer at all for having issues with, English not being his first language. Obviously, a man of Russian descent, no problem. Can I play with the bike? Can I do a thing about it? Doesn't seem so. I guess we're just supposed to leave again? Maybe that door that was half cracked can now be walked through? Alright, so maybe we're just going to be transported back. We just needed to have that little moment in history, and we're brought back to the train car to keep living through our past, or the past of our memories, or the past that we're creating at the time. That is a very cool... Whoa. That was creepy. We've got some stereo stuff going on in my left ear at times. Oh, wow. What's going on there? We've got crashing. I just saw a creepy tree that just disappeared. Okay, we seem to be leading up to something very creepy right now. So what's going on with the silhouette? Anything? There's a kid sitting on a box, I guess. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, now we've got all of the toys packed up into a box. Leads me to believe that we're probably stepping through the child moving out for one reason or another. I'm going to try and piece the pieces together here. The document talking about, that the things don't replace the love of your parents, and then we've got the boxes with the stuff in there. It sort of makes me wonder if the parents didn't die for some reason, and we're going through some sort of trauma. That box under the chair is pretty creepy. Oh, maybe that's just in all of them. No, it's on those two. Is it on any of the others? Nope. Wonder what that's about. Can't really get down there and look around. There's no duck button for once. Alright, we got more and more creepy stereo sounds happening from up above, and up ahead, I should say. Oh, there's a ghost child sitting on the side of that chair, and we've got the rocking horse, which seems to be moving on its own. Well, I guess it should be moving, considering we're on a moving train. There's a tire there from the bike. I assume the bike was taken apart or something like that. Oh, okay, we're gonna scream and run away then. That definitely could have been a little bit of a jump scare moment. Thankfully, I've got plus 10 to jump scare resistance for whatever reason. And child with the ball. And what is that, chalk, I guess, in the little box. Are you gonna scream at me again? I don't like the way your head's moving around like that. You're freaky. Oh. Was I not supposed to talk to you? I don't know, maybe I made a mistake there. I didn't know that I could die. Evidently I can, though, so now I know. I don't necessarily believe all ghosts to be malevolent, so I guess I don't really understand why that always has to be the case. But it's a storytelling trope, I suppose, and I should have probably been a little bit more able to pick up on it by the fact that everything was all creeped out and we had high-frequency sounds happening. That's usually a big telltale moment when we've got high-frequency stuff going on. I don't think I saw this before, the hands all around the face or ball or whatever. Is there a smiley? Yeah, I think there's a smiley in there. Alright, let's keep going. Things are very dark again. Did I somehow miss this before? What's going on here? I might just be backtracking. Or not? I'm really confused. Yeah, I mean, it got dark again, so I'm probably going backward all the way to the beginning. And one of the doors just chose to lock itself at some point. Yeah, that's the lock that I broke through, so I definitely am not sure how I got so turned around there. I guess that's the problem with trains, is they look so similar in every direction. Alright, so on we go in the other direction. Let's hope that we can trigger things properly this time. It's this little X that I keep finding all over the place. It seems like it's definitely trying to get my attention. Oh, okay. Electric box, some contacts broke. So I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with that information, but I did notice it at least. Are you gonna be there again? No? Okay, maybe what happened is this actually was a linear progression and I didn't actually die. What I'm used to having happen is... Oh, okay, we can go further. When you trigger something most of the time and then you see the screen go black, your default is to believe that things have been reset, right? So that's sort of where I was at mentally with that idea, and it seems like actually triggering that ghost... Oh, should stay away from them, okay. Triggering that ghost just sort of put us down the path of still progressing the story in a way. Yeah, okay, well, I want to stay away from them. It's kind of hard, though, because I can't really see them very well. And I'm certainly getting a bit of, like, a Silent Hill feeling from this whole situation. The degradation of the train car and all of that, and the way that things are, you know, both bright and dark at the same time, is certainly a pretty interesting dichotomy, and I do enjoy it quite a bit. Can we use this? I don't know what we would use it on. There's an axe there on the ground. So I guess that was like a... Oh, well, I opened the door anyway. It was like a sort of a stealth moment there. Although, not stealth in the traditional element that we're used to it being in, considering it's like reverse stealth, so I want to avoid them. But everybody can see each other, I suppose. They're just sort of like patrolling back and forth. They need to just like not get in the way of them. Yeah, I'm not sure what killed me last time. I didn't really see anything, but... Keep going. Alright, so I mean, this is going to be a more of a traditional horror experience. Better lock the doors or something from the inside. Alright, well, there's probably some kind of debris around here, right? I don't feel like they're going to break in. Can I shut that one? Can't even shut that one. And this door just reopened again for no reason. Alright, what's this? We got a little piece of paper here. We're going to have another flashback moment. Oh, that's pretty creepy. Oh, did I move there? What was going on? I certainly find this game to be a lot more disjointed than the other one, whereas in the light I felt like I was pretty much in control of what was going on. In this case, I feel like I'm sort of along for the ride in a way that isn't quite as desirable. I seem to just be like failing things for not really any reason that I can tell. I'm just sort of like out of the loop for what the actual hook is. And things just keep moving me around, which is not really a thing I like to have happen. If possible, you know, continuity is very important. And I guess these X's are to denote places I can interact with stuff. Someone is lucky to be born strong, proud, falcon, and eat the fresh meat, and someone were born in a hole and eat carrion. Well, that's depressing. Oh, what was that? I didn't get a good look at it. Well, I dropped it on the floor, now it's turned over. Can I'd like to throw the thing. Well, it's all written in Russian anyway. Can't really read it. It's unfortunate all the assets are still in Russian, in English, in the English language mode, but I guess I wouldn't really expect much else considering. That would require, you know, redoing all the textures and everything. Alright, so there's not really anything else I can interact with here. Like, at all. See, in the other game, I felt like there were a lot more things that you could tell were a little bit more blatant, like, as far as gameplay. Oh, okay, we're still getting that message. You know, the concepts that were at play there, the core concepts, were sort of more plainly on display. In this case, I feel like I'm just sort of figuring out what I'm doing from moment to moment. And I don't really know what I'm doing, in essence. I'm just sort of walking around hoping that I don't die. I mean, that axe seems like I could definitely use it to block one of the doors or something, but... Alright, and then they're just sort of running through me. I can't really even see them. If I get hit with ghosts enough times, do I just fail? I would doubt that would be the case. So what can I use to block off that door that it really wants me to block off? And even if I do block it off, what would be the point? Because there doesn't seem to be anything else I can use over there. There seemed to be like another thing in that box from a while ago. There's like a ton of items I could use to block that door. I'm just choosing not to for some reason. Kind of takes me out of the element when that happens. Oh. Crashing sound? Did that happen before? I'm not sure if I've gone back this far before. No, you know what? I have. Just don't remember that happening last time. What's this? No, nothing. It's the bag again. Some of these objects are sort of cloaked in maybe a little bit more darkness than I would like to have seen. And I know we don't stay on this train forever, so I kind of want to move that part along. It's a little bit less interesting. Alright, so we just keep walking up and down the inside of this train car. I mean, why can't I just, like, pick up the... Oh, did I? I guess I did pick up the lock off the floor. I didn't know I could do that. You know, the cues, as far as visuals for interaction, are definitely a bit on the lacking side. I need a little bit more visual feedback to be able to know the things that are constraints that I can work within. You know, I don't really have any gameplay formula to work off of for this. This is the case with a lot of horror games. They tend to construct their own little rule sets and universes about how exactly the player interacts with the environment around them. And when you don't go out of your way to make some of that stuff a little bit more transparent, it can be a little bit on the frustrating side, especially when you're not sure, like, where you're even supposed to go, or, like, what the point is, where, like, because it's such an abstract narrative, right? I don't even know where I would need to go to advance things, and then I just keep dying randomly because I can't see these ghost children that are walking into me. Alright, let's try that again. Hopefully I still have the lock from before. I mean, I can sort of see the depth for where they are, but it's really hard. I guess I touched one that time. It's like random if you make it through or not. They're invisible in a room full of smoke in the sort of the dark, and you can't see where their footsteps or shadows are or anything, so you have no real depth perception to judge them by. Unless I'm just missing something really obvious. It just seems like they're walking in arbitrary patterns, too. Right, that one just sort of walked right at me. Seem to be able to absorb like one ghost blast, and then it seems like you're okay for a moment. So let's close the door again, please. Can we do that? Alright, can we use the lock on it now? Oh, that opens it again. Close. Wait, maybe it's this door I needed to lock? What does it want me to lock? Anything? Oh, I didn't know I could do that. I can shut my eyes, evidently, or something? What's going on here? I'm right-clicking, and then everything gets really dark. Alright, how do I do that? Do I have an inventory? Hitting tab, space, left-click, right-click. Nothing seems to do anything. Well, I thought for sure that I had picked up that lock off the ground. Maybe that's not the case. Doesn't want to apply it. Right, I mean, you're making that very clear, so there must be something I'm missing. Oh, no, it's bits of glass on the ground. I thought there was some sort of like a chain or something there. Looking around, don't see anything at all. Put a guitar in it, I guess I could do that. Nope, can't do that. See, that's the thing that bugs me about these types of games. Like, I understand that you want us to use these certain objects to advance the narrative, but, like, I mean, there's so many other objects that would work just as well. You know, I've found many of them, and I can't move on for some reason until they fulfill this sort of arbitrary request. At least it feels arbitrary to me. I'm not sure if it actually is. Can I use the book? Maybe I can shove the book in there. If that's the case, that seems a little silly to me, because I think the guitar would probably provide a better lock. Just put this in here. Nope. Well, it just opened. I mean, I didn't actually try to open it. I don't even understand how I'm supposed to interact with the door other than to open it. I mean, I would assume that if I had the right object, it would just take care of itself, but I don't know that to be a fact. Alright, Alright, lots and lots of darkness everywhere. Sometimes the only thing that makes it a little easier for me to see anything... Oh, it's these doors. Oh, jeez, I was using the wrong doors the whole time. Well, I don't know why I had to lock those and not the other ones, but whatevs. Alright, let's advance the plot now, please. I'm sorry, ghost children on the train. You're not going to be able to get through that door because apparently your spectral form doesn't allow you to pass through solid objects sometimes. Because it allows you to pass through that solid object because you got in here, right? Oh, they're sad. The way the head moves is not quite right. I understand what you're going for. You want to do that whole, like, Jacob's Ladder spinny head thing, like Silent Hill style. But that's usually, like, left and right really fast. And it sort of blurs and distorts. That's just sort of like you're just wiggling your head a lot. Was this book not open before? No, it was. Now, I can probably open this door. No? Still not the case, huh? Any of these cupboards open? See, this is why I don't like to play, like, too many point-and-click adventure games. It really does tend to boil down to a lot of just, like, experimental clicking on as many things as you can. And I don't find that to always be the most gratifying. Can't touch this. This paper, I mean. Okay, what am I supposed to interact with now? None of these objects seem to open. This drawer doesn't open. The light doesn't turn off. Can't pick up the bottle. Can't read this piece of paper. I can shut my eyes for some reason, but I don't really have a reason to do that. But I keep doing it anyway, I guess. I can strum the guitar once, that's something. Open the drawer, but that was with the book. There wasn't anything else to do there. I don't get it. I can't sit in the chair. Are there more X's that I should be looking out for? Doesn't seem like anything's happening here. Oh. Well... I don't get it. I definitely clicked on that door like 3 or 4 times at least, and that time it opened. Well, you caught it on film. You saw it happen. You know, I wouldn't walk up to a door and not click on it. That would be kind of silly. Can I go in here now? No, I'm still not strong enough to slide that over. See, in the light, all of the doors were, like, pretty much openable. And there's no subtitles, unfortunately, so I can't hear what they're yelling about in the background. Alright, we can open this door now. Certainly a depressing story, I know that much. There's ghost children, there's possibly, you know, death involved. Oh, is that's all we get? I kind of want to go to that environment more than I want to be in the train. Oh, there's people now? Are we alive? What just happened? It said save. Is that a message to us? Is that telling us the game just saved itself, or what? I'm not sure. What's going on, buddy? You wanna talk? You having a rough day? Alright, I guess not. Hello. Alright, I guess we're now moving through the same train car we were before, only in reality. What's that snorting sound? Oh, hello. That's very creepy, actually. Alright, we've got loud crashing, mannequins everywhere with heads that seem to revolve to look at me. Actually, honestly, the loud crashing sound is probably the scariest part. And then there's also a clicking sound that seems to be coming from this television, which is getting more and more chaotic and crazy. Definitely Silent Hill-esque. Alright, let's keep going. Can we do that? I think sometimes you have to hit E and sometimes you have to hit left mouse. This nightmare fantasy, don't look at them, they don't exist. Okay, I'm supposed to shut my eyes. And that's why we can see at the bottom of the screen, so we can see where the floor is. I get it. Are they chasing? What is going on here? I'm not looking at them. I think they're up against me. I can see something at the bottom there. Yeah, this totally gives me the vibes of, like, in Silent Hill, when everything turns into like Rust mode and then all the floors become chain link and there's like dudes chasing after you all the time. That is totally the same feeling. I can't tell where I'm going though. Just keep going in this direction, I guess. There's like stuff in the way though. Oh, are we past it? Oh, they're all in front of me. What do you want me to do about that? Yeah, come over here though, so I can get through the door, please. No? Okay, I just managed to go in a big circle. And they're just gonna keep chasing me. I guess it's just the heads that I have to watch out for. The bodies are not so bad. Okay, now the crashing's happening again. No, I get it. Can we just go through here? What do you want? I can't do anything about it. This is the way forward, yes? Oh, was I supposed to pick that up? There's like a sledgehammer or something? Yeah, okay. We could do that. And I feel like I'm playing Condemned or something. Can we hack the arms or something off, or... No? Just hit them? Oh, okay. Well, I thought I was doing okay. Try smacking these dudes before we get in too much trouble. Okay, does that even kill them? Just sort of like bounces them away, and then I dropped my sledgehammer. Oh, I guess I finished the last one off. And forward we go again. Now this is where all the heads were coming from, I believe. Are they gonna move out of the way now that those are dead? I mean, I wouldn't drop my sledgehammer if I still needed it, I would hope. I'm supposed to put the heads on the... Yeah, that's probably what it is. Yeah, put the heads on the mannequins, and then hopefully they will get out of the way. Please. Thank you. You're just gonna hang out? Alright, sounds good. Very Silent Hill Nurse appearance there with the way they moved. Oh, look at this. We've actually got physics modeled cloth, I believe. Oh, dizzy world here. What is going on here? Am I in the subway? Oh, that makes me feel really sick. I don't like that at all. Okay, I'm glad that stopped. It's like ultimately hazy. Okay, so I seem to be possibly drunk or something, or dizzy at the very least. Alright, I think I gave him some money, so that's a decision that I made. Okay, now we're gonna have to intercede for the girl so this dude doesn't get in her business. Yeah, you're a real badass, but... That was like the wimpiest punch. Did you see that? He just sort of like flicked him in the shirt, and now I got knocked out. Alright, so now I'm in the club. This is kind of a strange little transition that we've gone from everything was so serious and now we're in just like silly mode and watching some, you know, kind of slightly awkward dance animations. Really? Those cut off jean shorts, man. And I think we're just flashing over to the credits of the person who wrote that song? I don't know. Alright, let's hit E, and maybe you can advance this. Clearly a love interest of some kind. Hazy day. Snowy, kind of nice. Maybe we put out some positivity into the world, we got some back. I'm not sure. what's going on now? It looks like everything's faded to white, as tends to often happen. I'm hitting E, I'm hitting left mouse. That may have been the ending, actually. Totally didn't expect that to happen. I thought we were still going to go back into the train and, explore a little bit more. It seemed a little bit abrupt to end that quickly. I thought we were mapping out a longer story than that. And I'm not sure what decisions I ever made other than the last moment in that hallway in the train area or the underground tunnel or whatever that was, where I gave the homeless guy some money and then I tried to intercede for the girl and then it just was over. So were those the decisions we made? There must have been more than that. Maybe the way I interacted with the objects in some of the other areas might have determined something. It would seem a little bit too superficial if that was all there was to it. And this isn't Fable, guys. Come on. Anyway, I guess we will wrap things up then. I'd love to hear what happened in your game of the train, if there was something different or especially meaningful. So feel free to comment that in the comments below. This is a totally free game, so feel free to go download it as well. We'll be in the description if you want to go try it out yourself. There are other social media links like my Twitter or my Facebook or, the website for the show or even my Twitch channel. But if you want to head on over to my website, indie-impressions.com, you can check out just now, it's now over 500 episodes in the series, and go check up some other crazy indie games that you might be interested in. They're all sortable, browsable by tags and other things, so have a good time over there. Let me know what you think about this game in the comments, and hopefully come back again tomorrow for another episode, because I do them every single day. This was a little bit on the longer side, but they usually tend to average between 5 and 20 minutes. This is the sweet spot for the most part. But I didn't want to risk potentially cutting us off if the episode was about to end, or the story was about to end right there. I wasn't really sure what to make of this one. It was cool, I guess, but I really like the light a lot more out of the two. But I might have to go back and try this another time to see what I think. Maybe a second playthrough will reveal a little bit more information. Definitely creepy. Didn't skimp on the dark vibes for sure, but it might have been a little heavy-handed at the same time. Let me know what you think. I'm curious about your opinions on this one. Very interesting thing to talk about. So let me know, and I will see you all tomorrow with another episode. Have a good night.